Welcome to the Adventures of Frank and Tina. Today we're going to talk about how to afford a Disney vacation on one income. Okay, so I'm going to tell you how we afford to take a Disney vacation every year. We usually go in January because it's cooler. It's not as crowded. And it's right after Christmas, so it's a good time to go. Make sure that you do not go on marathon weeks. That's a no-no. You know what? We did that one time, and it was so crowded. It was horrible. You make sure to ask when you call that you're not going during marathon week. Number one. Number two, let's see. Call Disney, first of all, and get with the My Disney Experience. You want to do that. That you call Disney. Their phone number is 407-939-5277. Call Disney, talk with them about your dates, make sure it's not on marathon week, and you can get your vacation started here with $200 down, and then you can make payments all the way up until right before your trip. So you don't just have to come out with a whole bunch of money at one time. Works better for people who actually work and don't have a lot of money. Stay at the All-Star Resort. There are a lot of places in Disney that you can stay, and they're really fancy and really nice and give you a lot of great service. But all these Disney All-Star Resorts, and there's music, animation, sports, what else, right?
Movies.
There's several
Pop
different
Century.
ones that are all-stars, and these are the value resorts. Yes. Okay, just a minute. These are the value resorts, and they're worth every penny of it because you're not staying in your room except for sleeping. You stay in Disney all day. You come back to your room and you sleep. You don't need a whole lot of stuff. If you're staying in one with the double bed and you got an extra kid, get a rollaway bed. They have them. We did it last time and it worked great. Okay. Second of all, make sure to get the quick service meals because we have tried this both ways. Quick service meals, you pay for it with your payments, and so when you get there, all your food is paid for. You get how many meals a day?
You get 2 meals and a snack a day, which ends up working out to 3 good meals a day, and you come home with food left.
Yeah, you probably won't use it all. It's cheaper, it's better to do that than go down there and pay for your food as you go. We've done it both ways, and paying for it as you go costs a lot more money.
3 hot dogs, 3 Cokes. You remember that, Tina?
Yeah.
3 hot dogs and 3 Cokes was $55.
No kidding. And then you got to remember that while you're there, you're going to buy souvenirs. You're going to buy the ears. Your kids are going to want the bubble blowing Mickey Mouse ear things. So many things that you'll want to buy in souvenir wise. Getting pictures made. It's a big deal. So what you want to do is go plan this out as cheap as you can to start with. Value Resorts, My Disney Experience, call them, set it up, make payments, and then when it's time to leave, everything is paid for except your gas and your souvenirs. It's a genius idea, really. Some people don't know that. You would be amazed at the people we talk to that do not know that you can make payments for your Disney trip.
And you don't have to pay everything all at once.
No.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't pay next month, don't pay.
Right.
If you can pay $12 next month, pay $12. What works out best is paying a little bit every week. Like $15, $20, $100, whatever you can afford to pay every week. Go a year in advance. And the thing is, if you can't get it paid off within that year, then move your date.
Right. Because they will work with you.
Yes.
Disney will. All you have to do is call them and talk to them and explain your situation. Something changed. You need to change your payment plan. You can't pay the whole payment at one time. Or whatever happens, They're so nice, and they will work with you any way possible to make your experience magical, and it's worth it. So, yeah, try those ideas, and you'll have a great Disney trip, and you'll thank us for it when you go and you come back. I promise you.
Turn this on me for just a second. Bottom half of the camera. Okay. I've been to Disney my whole life. I've been going there since I was a small child. Been there several different times. Several different ones, and I knew exactly what Disney was about. But for those of you who don't know what Disney's about, and you don't get it, and you're like, yeah, Six Flags. People, it's not Six Flags. Six Flags is nothing. I mean, that's comparing a bait fish to a whale. When you're talking about Six Flags would be the bait fish, a whale would be Disney World. It's insanely big. It opens your mind and it changes your life. I mean, believe it or not, it really does. It's an amazing place. And Tina can tell you, I'm going to turn the camera back around on her. She had no idea what to expect. But when we... Okay, this is the My Disney Experience app. This is just a computer. Just look it up. My Disney Experience. You can download the app. And it's got everything you can do, like if you want to get, park tickets. There it is. There's the hours of the different parks you got, the places to stay, things to do. It's got everything you need right there on it. You're going to need this for your magic bands, and you can book the whole trip on this, but I would say you probably need to call them. You get a better deal if you can negotiate with someone and not just a computer. So anyway, it's pretty easy. It's just My Disney Experience. That's all you have to do. Put that in there and search it, and it'll pull it up. There's another trip that we took. Anyway, that was 2016. Here's one of the times we went down there to Disney World. That's with Bean and Kaylee.
Okay, so I have been on 4 Disney trips last year and 3 years before. I never went when I was a child, and wish I had it. But it is the most magical place on earth. If you have not been, you certainly need to go. And take your kids, take your grandkids. We take our grandchildren, and it's a magic. When you walk through that gate, something happens. It comes over everybody there, and it doesn't matter if you're 100 or if you're 1. It happens to everyone. It's the most magical place on earth. The smells, the people that work there, you couldn't ask for nicer people. You couldn't ask for a better service. And it's just so many things to do. And every time you turn a corner, you're just amazed at the next things that there are. I couldn't imagine. When I first went, Frank tried to tell me about it. You can't understand it until you go. It's kind of like seeing the Grand Canyon. Pictures don't do it justice, so you really need to go. It's very affordable for anyone. People sometimes think, we don't have the money to take our family to Disney. Yes, you do. If you can make some payments, make a $200 down payment, and then make your payments for a whole year. You can pay for a whole year and have it paid off. And have your food paid off before you ever leave your house. We go down there and it takes us how much gas?
Usually about maybe 100 to get down. We're leaving from Atlanta, so maybe $100. But I think you can include your airfare on the My Disney Experience.
I don't know.
If you've got to fly down there.
We've never flown, so we're not real savvy on the flying. We just drive. And but it's worth it, 'cause you sing Disney songs the whole way down there we are, and we're singing them all the way back, and you've got all those memories. And once you go through that gate that says "Welcome to Disney World," magic happens. I'm telling you, and everyone needs to go. It's awesome. And let me tell you a little trick that we learned, and I don't know if everyone would know this, even if you've been. If you go to Epcot and you ride Soarin', and you have small children who can't ride, which we have one, the first people go ride, and you sit out in the waiting room or waiting area with the small child who can't ride. But they give you a pass. So when the first two come off the ride, you don't have to wait in line for another hour or ever how long that ride happens to be that day. You take your pass so you can go ride now, and they let you go on to through the Fast Pass. So you don't have to sit there and wait just because you had to stay outside with your child. You need to know that, because lots of people probably don't ride because they say, well, we got a small child and somebody has to sit out here with the baby, but you can ride. You just take turns doing it, and it works well for us.
Flip it around on me real quick. When we go every year, you can negotiate. You can negotiate this price with these people. They will negotiate somewhat. Sometimes they won't. Depends on how busy they are. If they're real busy, if the place is packed, they're not going to negotiate at all. But we usually get, for around $2,200, we get 4 days, 4 nights in the 5 days and 4 nights in one of the All-Star resort hotels. And everybody says, well, All-Star, it's the worst one. Man, let me tell you what, All-Star is the worst one Disney's got, and it's about like a Marriott. It's a 4-star hotel anywhere else. Very nice. Very big pools, which you're probably not going to go in them very much. They've got characters everywhere. It's really an amazing experience just to go to the All-Star. Next thing, you've got a restaurant in the All-Star where you can eat breakfast and you can eat dinner when you come back. They have a bar there, so if that's something you're into or whatever. But they've, it's got a game room, it's got a souvenir shop, everything you could think of wanting at the All-Star Resort. The other thing is, don't get the hopper passes, because you don't want to be hopping from park to park to park. Go to one park and stay at the park. It's not worth the money because you'll spend all your time going from one park to the other park. And I've done that before. That's really not a good idea. Plenty to do in one park. What we do is we go for 3 days, because let me tell you what, you don't want to go for more than 3 days. Not in the park. We go 4 days. First night, get down there, stay there. Second day in the park. Third day in the park. Third day in the park. Then we, go home, go to bed, get in the car and leave. And the reason being is you can't walk. You walk around 16 miles a day in Disney World. Past the 4th day of my line, Tina.
No.
You can't walk. Buy some good shoes.
That was what I was fixing to say.
Get comfortable clothes. Don't care what you look like. Wear comfortable clothes.
That's right.
Carry a backpack. Mm-hmm. Make sure you've got rain gear in that backpack. Mm-hmm. Because it's probably going to rain, because it's Orlando and it rains all the time. Another thing is, just everything you're going to need, in the backpack. Tina can tell you more about the backpack, what to carry.
Let me tell you this. This last year, we took a double stroller.
They've outlawed strollers. Can't take them no more. Look at that look on her face. She's like, this is awful.
What? You can't take a stroller?
You have to rent their stroller now.
No.
They have outlawed strollers, yes.
No.
Yeah, that's
I refuse to go to Disney anymore.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. If I can't take my stroller that fits my children, because let me tell you, folks, Disney strollers suck.
Well, they've got better ones this time.
Well, I'll have to check them out first. But anyway, this last time we took a double stroller because we had a 2-year-old and a 7-year-old. And you walk average of 12 miles a day. It's hard on the body. And your kids are not going to walk. They're just not. So you're going to need a stroller. Anyway, you got to get it. But anyway, it's going to rain. At some point, while you're in the park, you're going to get rained on. You can either go find a shelter and wait it out, or you can do like we did. I went to the dollar store, and I bought a clear shower curtain and some clothespins. And when it did rain, and it rained hard, and it rained fast, not for long, but I took the shower curtain, the shower curtain, draped it over the whole stroller with the kids in it, and took the clothespins and pinned it down around the bottom. And they were completely dry. They could see where we were going. They weren't, they didn't feel claustrophobic because they could see all around them, but they were dry from head to toe. Nothing in our stroller got wet, and our stroller stayed dry. It cost me $2 for that. And you'll want to bring an umbrella or a rain jacket for yourself because you're going to get wet. And wear comfortable shoes. I have seen so many people wearing flip-flops at Disney. Oh my gosh. I just wonder, why do you do that? Why? Because you're walking an average of 12 miles a day. You're going to do that in flip-flops? Not me. I'm telling you, buy you some ugly, good, thick-soled, soft insole shoes. They don't rub you. Take some Band-Aids with you for sure. Take some sunscreen because you're going to need it.
Okay, well, this is coming to the end of our video, so
I got so much more to say.
Tell them thank you.
Thank you.
Subscribe,
ring that bell, and comment down below.
and like it.
And like it. And we'll be back with more things. So.
See you at Disney World.
Bye.
Okay.